on the location.
Oh god.
You can maybe plant. You can maybe plant. Oh my god, I saw his orange head. Why is he peeking that?
You're one of those people. You're the type of player to say, why is he peeking that when you made a dumb decision? I could ask you the same thing under the same logic. Why are you taking a goo out in front of that? You do realize that you can take a goo out crouched as well as prone, right? It is on you for making that mistake, and it is a good job from the Jaeger for capitalizing on your mistake. So stop asking yourself the question, why is he peeking that? And start asking yourself, why am I doing that? It'll get you much further in this game. Having the mindset of saying, why is he peeking that? Why is he there? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Is one of the shittiest mindsets I have in this game. Because you have now you've fallen under the complacent mindset to allow it to be a cushion for the mistakes that you make, which will ultimately blind you from your mistakes and not allow you to get better at the game. What is going on, guys? A21 Mayo here, and today we are going to be having ourselves another viewer VoD review video. Now, before we actually jump into the VoD itself, I quickly want to mention that 40% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you have not hit that sub button already, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, there is a link to my Patreon down below where you can find all the information you need for coaching, so whether that be a one-on-one VoD review session or just having access to my DMs 24/7 to ask me questions about a situation or how you could have played a round better. All of that information and any questions you may have to ask will all be down below on the Patreon in the link in the description. Now, with all of that being said, let's jump into the video. That's an Amaru in hookah window. So if we go back here, you can hear the glass break. So this comes with map knowledge, so right there you heard the glass break. Now you have to think about it this way. It has to be a process of elimination, right? So the hookah door doesn't have glass. Hookah window has glass. Big window has glass on it. And the only other window that's in that area close to hookah window is going to be mud window, sunrise window, sauna or mud or whatever you call it. The little like luggage room with all the luggage boxes, a piece of luggage in the little side room there, just the right in sunrise. But anyways, process of elimination. Is she going to be going through the mud window or is she going to be going through the hookah window? Probably hookah window, right? So immediately once you hear that glass break, it should be a clear thought in your mind that it's the hookah window. So you need to be pre-aiming that and stop running downstairs, because glass breaking on windows is a very distinct sound cue. So again, couple that with the process of elimination, and then it'll tell you exactly where she's coming from. So that's definitely a kill that you should try to go get.
Kill Amaru. Kill Amaru.
You saw her like 3 times. So whenever your pre-aim is definitely a little off. I don't know where you're looking either.
Sure.
Because if you look here, you see her right there. And then you see her here again. Right? You see her twice before you even react. And then you react off of the 3rd time, which you had to have gunshots in order to tell you where she was. You shouldn't be looking. So if she's not immediately in the rotate, then she's not in the rotate, right? If she's not shooting at you on cool vibes, she's nowhere near the rotate. She could be vase, or she could be still in hookah, which she was in hookah, but we'll just go off the fact that we don't know that. See, your pre-aim, like, you're going back and forth. When you pre-aim something when you don't know where someone is, you should be sweeping the area and then going to a new area that you haven't cleared yet. And so for this instance here, what you should be doing is clearing the rotate and then clearing vase. But if you watch what you did here, you went from hookah rotate, vase, back to hookah rotate. So there, hookah rotate, vase, back to hookah rotate, and then you peeked it. Right? You should be clearing that, and then you would have seen the Amaru the first time if you weren't jumping back and forth between locations with your crosshair.
Kill Amaru. No, I can't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. Whatever mic you have or keyboard you have, you gotta put a noise filter on it or a noise gate, because nobody likes hearing keyboard clicks. Nobody likes hearing it, my man. You gotta move your mic to a different location or put a noise filter on or something, because yeah, if you're in a clutch situation and you're typing in Discord or whatever, one of your teammates are trying to clutch and you're going away, right? Like, nobody wants to hear that.
I have a camper life if you don't wanna hold it.
He's close. Bottom cool vibe.
That death is completely your fault. You know exactly. So, two things actually. One thing that I'm noticing, and you know, I might not include it in the video just so the video is not too long, but you're leaning a lot. Like, you're trying to quick lean and do things. I was the same way you are now, but I was like this when quick leaning was actually viable for getting kills. I'm gonna tell you flat out right now, stop doing the leaning stuff. Just stop doing it. Leaning is only used for, you know, playing certain angles. So if you have a corner, you lean to the right, vice versa. If you're on a different corner, you lean to the left or whatever. You can quick lean. I've said it numerous times that quick leaning is more for info than anything, but you gotta stop the leaning stuff, bro. You are leaning all over the place. You need to break that habit. That is the number one thing that I'm gonna tell you to do right now. And you also kind of did it here, where you like stutter lean. See, like you're leaning to the right, and then see there, like there, you like quick peek and stuff, and you're not even ADS, so why are you quick peeking? Because you want to be ready for the gunfight, right? No matter what. But you know this guy is here, so there's no reason for you to sprint and swing un-ADS'd. I say this a lot in my VoD reviews. You are automatically putting yourself at a disadvantage by not being ADS'd, because that fraction of a second where you have to ADS, especially on Jaeger with him having a little bit slower of an ADS speed, you having to ADS is automatically putting you at a disadvantage, because that's an extra step you have to do in order to take the gunfight successfully. We're not playing CSGO where you can hip fire. We're not playing Valorant. We're playing Siege, where you have to ADS in order for your bullets to land accurately. So that extra step you put in taking this gunfight against the Nook automatically put you at a disadvantage. So if you're going to peek something, peek at ADS'd. The only time you really shouldn't is if you're, you know, clearing a room and you don't know exactly where someone is, or if you're sitting in a rat location and you don't want to ADS to reveal your position audibly. Only two real circumstances that are broad. There could be very specific situations where you might not want to be ADS, but nonetheless, it's safer to say to be ADS than to not be ADS in most situations in this game.
No matter hookah doors.
I think one is top white, one is top white.
Oh my god, I whiffed. Hookah door.
Instead of holding an angle like that through the rotate, what you can do there is go crouch on cool vibes and look underneath the benches. Right? You can, because in order for the attackers to kill you there, they either have to go prone or wallbang the benches. And wallbanging something is usually harder, or it is harder, than taking a direct gunfight on a direct line of sight that you can see clearly, like the one you just died to, right? So you can shoot the Zophia's feet off by playing underneath the benches, a little angle there. But I really can't say much there. I mean, you whiffed. The positioning was okay. But the angles definitely could have been played better to your advantage. Yeah, there's not really much I can help with there besides pretty much chalking it up to you whiffing, but there definitely is a few things that you could have done to your advantage. Example, you know, shooting underneath the benches instead of looking directly through the rotate, right? I quickly want to talk about the fact that you guys are going Penthouse Theater. This is a huge misconception in lower ranks. I'm going to assume that you're probably gold. Yeah, actually, looking back on your form, you were gold in the Google form. Kitchen service is undoubtedly better than Theater Penthouse. On paper, Penthouse Theater is the hardest to defend because of the plant locations that you're given as an attacker. So if they open the VIP wall, they can plant on the mattress there, or actually pretty much anywhere in this little area behind the bed. They can also plant big window. They can plant behind the bomb chassis. And also if they bring a Hibana or an Ace, they can open the theater wall behind you, pretty much making these Miras non-usable. So on paper, Penthouse Theater is much harder to defend than Kitchen Service. So you should definitely be going Kitchen Service. And if you don't know how to play it, watch Pro League, watch streamers like high elo streamers, just to get a basic layout of what you should be doing and things like that in terms of positioning or utility placement. So that way you can set up the bomb site for a successful defense round. Because you really need it, especially on Coastline. Coastline is much harder to defend than it is to attack. So getting at least one round is very crucial because, again, If you can get one round while you're playing defense, that'll set you up pretty well for attack. That is if you know how to attack. But yeah, definitely try to go kitchen service.
And trophy. Should we Hall of Fame?
Bro, whose dog is making this noise? Listen, bro. I got love for all animals and shit. Alright, I want to talk about something really fast here. So you need to be recognizing the fact that they have no Jaeger and you have grenades, also Zofia. Whenever you need to realize this immediately, because the last person is Clash, because you can see her, and Malusi, because there's a Banshee right there, right? So as soon as you see that, you should be telling the Zofia, rotate service door. We can kill this Clash. They have no Jaeger. They have no Wamai. You have Thatcher EMPs. You can disable the shield. You have smokes on Jackal, very powerful on coastline or any map really. You have Zofia impacts and concussion mines to deal with the Clash, more specifically the concussion mines. You have nades on Sledge. Realize this. Because you could potentially nade this Clash, deal a significant amount of damage, or injure her. So you need to pick up that on immediately. People always worry about spotting the operators in order to tell what operators the team has. Whether it's attack or defense. You don't need to. If you're on defense and the enemies are on attack, listen to gun audio and utility audio. That'll tell you what operators they have. If you're on attack, look at the utility that the defenders are bringing. It's a process of elimination. If you see an ADS, a GOO, a Castle Barricade, a Maestro Cam, and a Velt Cam, that tells you all of the operators that they have, even if you haven't spotted a single one. You need to recognize that. Alt-walking here while pushing this Maestro is not the move at all. You need to be going. I'm not saying sprinting, but you need to be moving as fast as possible while still prepared for the gunfight by being ADS'd and kill this guy. Even go SMG-11, I don't care. But you alt-walking is going to give more time for the possibility of him picking up on your play or him getting off cams and frying you, right? You need to be going and capitalizing on this because this moment or this window might not come up again. So if you're not reacting off of it as fast as possible, then that's on you for making that mistake.
Behind bar. Yeah. I don't know if I should push.
I'm inside. I'm gonna plant.
Do you want me
Planting.
to cover
I'm
you?
planting. No, I whiffed. Oh my god. How did she cross? Oh.
You guys behind me.
That was rough. That was a rough one. Alright, I want to talk about two things. Firstly, that was not the place to plant. You should have either planted on like the soft wall itself, or you should have waited for your teammate to come to service door. Also, you didn't get rid of the Maestro cam, so they still have full intel on you. So if you wanted to get rid of the intel, you should have planted on the door and waited for your teammate, or got rid of the cam and then planted on the soft wall like bathroom. But yeah, that definitely was not the place to plant. I'll say that much.
I'm in sunrise.
I'm in blue bar. Yeah, we need to push.
No, she's in.
Where?
She's in kitchen.
All right, that's like the fourth time I've seen you whiff this video. I had to cut out a lot of rounds, or I think I've cut out one or two after editing. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, but there have been at least there's been one round that I've cut out, and that was your last defense round. I know I'm gonna cut that round out because nothing was really important during that round for me to go over. But I'm gonna say that you need to work on your aim. I know it's a very common thing to say, but you desperately need to work on your aim because that's like the third or fourth time I've seen you whiff on a freebie. Aim Labs is free on Steam. Kovacs costs around $10, I think. They're both great programs. Even T-hunting, if you haven't already, you need to be T-hunting before you play or after you play or whatever it is. I don't care. But put that practice in because your movement is lackluster. You want to seem like you have good movement by quick leaning and stuff like that, which is fine. I'm sure every single gold player has been there where they want to look like a certain player or whatever it is, or bolo lean or whatever. But you're having a more negative effect on your playstyle and just you playing than a positive one by trying to look like a good player instead of trying to achieve becoming a good player. Bottom of the line, you got to work in your aim, bro. You just have to. Because, you've whiffed many kills during this VoD review, at least 3. Those are 3 kills that you should have on the scoreboard right now. That kill on the Malusi being one of them. You got a T-Hunter do something, man, because there's really no excuse for having bad aim unless you're new to the game or something like that, right? Because you have all the tools necessary to aim train or whatever it is. I remember when I first started playing a PC game. For anyone who doesn't know, I've been on PC for almost 10 years. I started playing when I was 11. And it's 2021. So I've been on PC for around 10 years. But yeah, you just got to work on it, man. I mean, I know it's difficult when you first start. I know that you're a console switchover. That's another thing that you went over in the forum. But you got to work on it. Like, you just have to.
You can maybe plant. Oh my god, I saw his orange head. Why is he peeking that? He's in the hallway. He's like.
You're one of those people. You're the type of player to say, why is he peeking that when you made a dumb decision? I could ask you the same thing under the same logic. Why are you taking a goo out in front of that? You do realize that you can take a goo out crouched as well as prone, right? It is on you for making that mistake, and it is a good job from the Jaeger for capitalizing on your mistake. So stop asking yourself the question, why is he peeking that, and start asking yourself, why am I doing that? It'll get you much further in this game. Having the mindset of saying, why is he peeking that? Why is he there? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Is one of the shittiest mindsets I have in this game. One of the shittiest. Because you have now you've fallen under the complacent mindset to allow it to be a cushion for the mistakes that you make, which will ultimately blind you from your mistakes and not allow you to get better at the game.
They're coming up white, Antonio. You need to play the hallway. She's in.
You need to stop worrying about this hole. You are worried way too much about it. You also just said to you and your teammates, you said it to yourself that they're going to come up white. I need someone to play my hallway. Well, if nobody's playing your hallway, then they can do what they just did. So it's not on your teammates there for not being in your 90. It's on you for not holding your theater door. You should be much more worried about them having sight access through the theater door of what just happened with the Ash than a hole in the floor. Because you can position yourself around a hole. And yeah, you might be able to position yourself around a doorway as well. But the door gives them direct sight access. Meanwhile, the hole in the floor only allows them to see wherever the hole is created in the floor. Right? So, you know that they're going to come up white stairs, but yet you still didn't react off of the information that you said to your teammates, as well as yourself. Yeah, someone should have been playing 90, you can say that, but the same thing applies to also you should have been looking at theater door instead of through a hole that you were focused on for a whole minute. It's just that simple. But to kind of wrap this up, you got to work on your aim. You definitely have to work on your mindset. Your mindset and your aim are the two things that you need to work on the most as a player. Because your mindset, it's okay, could be better, and if it's better, then you're going to have a much more enjoyable time playing the game, but also you'll be more willing to learn from your mistakes instead of just off-putting them on the question of why is he there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm you with too many things because you have a lot to work on. So I want you to work on those two things specifically. Because if you work on your mindset, it'll help you tremendously. And also your aim is holding you back, I can tell. Again, just like that gunfight there. You not listening to the call that you made yourself of them coming up white, and also you just pretty much whiffing are two reasons of you know, working on your aim. Well, more specifically you whiffing, but they kind of both tie into what I was just saying about mindset and mechanical skill or aim. But yeah, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the video. I would greatly appreciate it. As I said at the beginning of the video, 40% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you could hit that sub button, I would greatly appreciate the support. Also, there's a link to my Patreon down below, where if you guys are interested in a coaching session of, you know, it could be a VoD review or anything else that you need help with or you want to go over, I will help you go over and just get better at the game overall. And it's going to be a lot different from what you're seeing here on the YouTube. What I try to do on Patreon is tailor the session to the client, so that way they're getting the most benefit for their money. It's not going to be a VoD review like this where it's just a few topics. It's going to be much more in depth and thought out, because, you know, if someone's going to pay me to do something, I'm going to do the best of my abilities for that payment to be as beneficial for them as possible. I'm not there to waste your time or money. If you guys enjoyed, I'd appreciate the support. Go check out my social media down below in the description. There's also links to my org, Wichita Wolves, which I am a content creator for. So if you could go show them some love, I would also appreciate that. But yeah, with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, can you make it play in the hall? Oh, never mind, you're good, My bad.
It sounds like he's giving birth. I'm gonna lose it, bro. Whose dog is giving labor in the background? Whose? I must know. Holy smokes. What are these noises? Are you... Listen, are you in the Down Under from Stranger Things? What are these noises? Are you in the Upside Down?
For me, the mirrors are completely open.
They're not open.